All right, we have now moved into section 6 for lesson 15.3, and it states, theorem, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Question 7a says, rewrite the above theorem in if-then form. B, draw a figure for the theorem including the diagonals. Label the vertices and the points of intersection for the diagonals and identify the information that is given and what is to be proved. C, write a 2-column proof for the theorem. For this section, I would give you about 10 minutes to walk through questions 7a through C. Go ahead and pause your video now. All right, as you can see, the proof and the statements have now been provided for you. I wrote, if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then the diagonals bisect each other. I drew a picture of a parallelogram. I said I'm given this parallelogram ABCD. I'm trying to prove that AC and BD bisect each other. So I started off with my given. I know that AB was parallel to CD. That was definition of a parallelogram. And because I know that sides are parallel, we can prove that alternate interior angles are congruent. So I was able to prove BAC and DCA congruent. And for the same reasoning, I was able to do ABD and CDB. So alternate interiors were congruent. Then I was able to state that AB was congruent to CD. We had already proved that back a little bit ago, saying that opposite sides of a parallelogram must be congruent. So because of that statement, I can prove that these two side triangles are congruent by angle, side, angle. Well, if I know that two triangles are congruent, recall that we can prove that all pieces of those triangles are congruent. So I was able to prove that AE was congruent to EC, BE was congruent to ED by corresponding parts of congruent triangles were congruent. And if we can prove that two segments are congruent to each other, we can say that the line that cuts them bisects them by definition of bisect. And because I was able to do it for both ways, I was able to say that the two line segments bisected each other and not one bisects one. On to the wrap up of this lesson.